So here's what I want to say to everybody now, right? I hear certain that both, if you're gonna go with the rhetoric that both parties are this and both parties are that and both parties, here's my solution and advice to you. Go and support one of the third parties. The UIC exists, the JPP exists. Go and support one of them. I beg. And when you support one of them, I hope you recognize that on election day, if you vote for one of those third parties, because I'm sure you are able to at least open your eyes to see the craziness coming out from the other side. When you go and vote for one of those third parties on election day and realize that your vote basically went towards nothing because you never contribute to some active change, God forbid the People's National Party wins, but if they win because of your ill action to support the current government and you decided to support something that you know will not every single thing that comes after you if the People's National Party is elected. And I say that with no remorse. I understand persons saying that they want to change, I do, and I understand that persons are saying, why them tired of the both party system? I understand, and don't get me wrong, I do, but I need you to think logically for a second here. If you vote for that third party on election day, what active change are you going to receive? None. You're not going to receive any active change. You know why? Because that third party will not be getting the same amount of votes or the same number of votes as the two parties are receiving. As a matter of fact, if you even vote for that third party, you may just as well be setting yourself up to receive the People's National Party come election night. People, I am begging you. I know that you have your issues. I understand that you have your concerns. I understand that you think both parties are the same, but logically speaking, a vote for a third party is a vote to take out this government and put in the craziness that is on the other side. And I'm telling you, it's legitimately that. It's legitimately that. Additionally, I'm gonna talk more about the bus. No, Squitty, I was watching a video nationwide when Mahiri went into the bus. Mind you, the door is still on the right hand side, and Minister Vaz said they're going to retrofit the bus. Right? The bus will still be retrofitted. But I just want to tell you some other features of the bus that I saw, Squitty. Above the Are you back with the music, eh? No, Squitty, I'm not playing no music. Above the driver in the bus, there is a first aid kit. There's a pocket with a first aid kit. There's a compartment for a first aid kit. If anything happens on the bus and someone needs first aid, there's a first aid kit in the bus. Additionally, in some of the buses, there is an emergency exit to the back, but there's also an emergency exit on the ceiling of the bus. So if the bus is to turn... Huh?
No, not you, Spence. Use the mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So if the bus was to turn over, right, there is this emergency exit on the ceiling of the bus. Additionally, if you notice on the bus, there are 3 black lines at the side of the bus. I wish I had a picture of the bus I could have shown right now. Oh God, let me see if I can access one. I really do wish I had a picture I could have shown her right now. But on the side of the bus, there are 3 black lines on the bus. Each black line represents...
You mic, my brother, till we come down to you. Yeah.
Each black line represents a different area of the bus. The bottom black line represents the floor of the bus. The top black line... No, sorry, the middle black line represents the bottom seat of the bus, like essentially where the seat starts, and then the top line represents where the seat ends. You know why those lines are on the side of the bus? If it is that a firefighter needs to cut into the bus to retrieve a person because of the position that the bus is in, they will know where they need to cut into. Yes? Additionally, Squitty, the 72-seater bus is at the back of the bus. It has a part where students who are disabled, wheelchair, or if them use crutch or anything, right, it have wheelchair access, and that part lifts them up into the bus, and it can carry them down out of the bus as well, right?
Yeah.
Additionally, it will have a tracking system, so parents can track to see whether their children have reached school, or if them reach home, and the schools can track as to whether or not the student has reached school, or if them reach home, right? What else it have? I don't remember all the stuff that it... Oh, additionally, the seat belt is very durable too, and it not release like that by itself. Yes? So it has so many features. There are so many features. There's CCTV cameras on the bus. Right? Right? So when I look at all of these things, I say to myself, it annoys me when members on the other side want to talk about the cost of the bus. You know why? Because the safety of the children of this country, and I'm a student, so I can talk about this. The safety of us, people like me, student, the safety of children, it should never be that the cost for the safety of us is a problem. That should never be a case. If it means that we're going to spend so much money on the cost, sorry, not the cost, on the safety of the children and the students, we're going to do that because we are a caring government. We're going to do that. The cost of the buses should not be an issue, should never be an issue. Should not be an issue. I want to talk about crime, Squitty. You know why I want to talk about crime? We had a CARICOM forum recently. You see? And a certain person came there, the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Comrade Ralph Gonzalez. Yes, you heard me. Comrade Ralph. Comrade Ralph. You know why I say Comrade Ralph? Because he was in Jamaica previously at an event for the People's National Party that they had with Isaac Buchanan and Mark Golding. He's a known comrade, a known socialist by now. And it was Comrade Ralph, alright, let me stop saying comrade, but it was Mr. Gonzalez of St. Vincent and the Grenadines who said that the method that Jamaica is using right now must be followed. That was not the headline in the newspaper, but essentially what he was saying is that the countries of the Caribbean must follow what Jamaica is doing right now. That is what he said. That is what Gleaner put in them newspaper. That is what Nationwide Observer report. Yes? When you look at what the JCF showed at their technology expo, the forensic side of the investigation, the technology that they use, the what do you call that now? The precision as it relates to when the SWAT team comes to the house, or they need to rescue someone, when they're doing search and rescue, when they're doing specialized operations. When you will look, thank you very much, Mr. Pang, he said it was the gold standard. When you will look at these things, when you look at other countries in the Caribbean essentially endorsing what we have done on crime, You're gonna vote out such a government as good as this? When we talk about the 44% reduction in murders, as well as the reduction in other major crimes and rapes and all of those other things, when you look at those things, you have to be grateful. And even if you don't trust the numbers, be real with me. When last have you ever heard a news, or when last have you heard so many Jamaicans collectively complaining about crime? When last have you ever heard that? You barely hear that, because such an improvement has been made. And there are going to be people who say that it should be 0%. But let me tell you something. You see, government cannot, and I'm gonna be real with you, the government cannot eliminate crime. That is not possible. Crime is as a result of sin. Me, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Crime is as a result of sin. Only God can fully eliminate crime. Only God can make crime reach 0%. I am going to tell you that right now. Yes. Because no matter where you are, some form of crime is gonna happen. It doesn't have to be murder. Right? Crime is something as simple as stealing, you know. Crime is something as simple as prey and larceny. Yes? So, for the people who are saying it should be 0%, it's the steps that count. It is the small steps that count. And you have to consider what you are having, what you are living in now versus what you had previously. I would say from 2012 to 2016, or administrations before it, you have to link what you had in the past versus what you would have had. No, you have to be mutual and objective with when you are essentially comparing the two parties. I am not saying that you should not give the PMP credit on certain things. Give credit where credit is due. That's what we do. We deal with facts. So give credit to the PMP for starting Jamal. Give credit to them for starting Jeep. Give credit to them for starting National Housing Trust. Give credit to them where credit is due. No problem. But understand the difference between where you were then and where you are now. And I'm gonna state something controversial and people may not like it, but I find it ridiculous when people in the diaspora who decided to leave this country and said that them never go come back to this country, and them never come back to this country at all. I find it ridiculous when people in the diaspora can see everything that's going on in the country now and still choose to burn out the country. Tell me what sense that makes. You choose to leave the country on the basis of seeking better life. And now when you see the country prosper, you're not a part of that progress, you choose to burn out the country. Tell me what sense that makes. What sense does that make? What can go so? What can efficiently go so? So when I look at crime, I have to give my kudos. When I look at the economy, debt is down 68%. Debt to GDP, that is. Unemployment down 3.5%. Youth and unemployment down 11%. When I look at these various economic indicators backed by the social indicators, like your misery index, which is basically very low for us right now, right? When we talk about quality of life index, persons are even able to own a home. It's not Operation Pride Country again, it is new social housing program. People are being given proper homes, proper houses. When we look at the income tax threshold, which would have been increased. When we look at the GCT being cut from 16.5 to 15%, the GCT and electricity being cut from 15% to 7%, the JLP saying that they will renegotiate the license with JPS because Jamaicans should not have such a poor electricity service, and we should be receiving the best standard of electricity, and the electricity bills should not be so high. When we look on the PATH program, children who are on PATH can go on the rural school bus system for free. When we look on the solidarity program, providing money for persons who have not benefited from other programs before. When we look at the different agro parks being built across this country, when we look at the various water commissions and places are getting water like never before, when we look at the AI labs that has been established at UTech and the STEM schools that the government is coming in place with, I will even dare say the JTC bill that seeks to professionalize the teaching profession. When we look at the what you call that now? Oh my God, my brain forget it. My God, man. There are literally so many things that I can talk about. So many things. Despite all these bad situations that would have occurred, despite all the flaws that I will say both parties have, it is clear to me that irrespective of this, irrespective of all of that, it is clear that there is one thing working for me right now, and that is the Jamaica Labour Party. That is what is working for me right now. I am not a voter as yet. I am not eligible to be a voter. Some people don't know this. I am a 17-year-old. I still have so much more things to read. And I do agree that I have more things to read. I do. But understand this, to all the naysayers out there who say they're gonna support third party and whatever, understand this. Your vote and who you vote for comes with a consequence. A consequence can be positive or negative. Understand that if you vote for a third party, if the other side wins because of your vote for that third party and you not choosing to side with the government, you, as I said before and I will say again, you deserve every single God Almighty thing that will happen to you afterwards. Look at our brothers and sisters in the United States. Mr. Orange Man over there said clearly what he was going to do. It was right in front of their face. And the people still voted for him. And after they vote for him, they say, oh, we never thought he was talking about us. Oh, we didn't think he was going to deport our community. Oh, we didn't think he was going to cut our Medicaid. Oh, we didn't think. That's the problem. People are ignorant. Be logical with your vote. Your vote is precious. Be logical with it. Be logical with it. If a third party cannot realistically get us anywhere right now with the numbers that they have, I ask you, what is your point for voting for that third party? The choice is yours. The choice is yours. The choice is yours, and I'm highlighting this fact, and I will continue to say it. The choice is yours. Because simply put, and let me put it in a logical perspective for you. If all the undecided people decided that they were going to vote for a third party, let me put it in perspective, right? Meaning that most of the undecideds tend to vote for the Jamaica Labour Party. If all of the undecideds decide to get up one day and say, sure, now support the party, I know, I just vote third party, because I don't really feel like I get nothing, I benefit from nothing. You are indirectly contributing to a win for the opposition. So if you want the craziness from the opposition, go right ahead and waste your votes. Go right ahead. All I am saying is, with such an election as consequential as this, and the two leaders that we see, where we see one leader in Andrew Holness who is clearly fit, and the other one who is clearly making up things on the trail, I would not want to gamble my vote. If it was any other election before 2016, I could have told it to, yeah, go ahead, vote third party all you want, because I mean, the two leader them make sense. But what we are up against right now is the battle for the soul of our nation. That is what we are up against right now. We're literally in our battle for the soul of our nation, because we can either choose to do like Singapore, right? Continue with the progress. Because remember, Singapore came in 1962 when Buster was Prime Minister, you know, and saw what Jamaica was doing and said, yeah man, I could do this in a Singapore. And when he came back by 1972, 1973, when Michael Mann get Prime Minister, and see what Jamaica turned to, Lee Kuan Yew wrote it in his book that Jamaica made the wrong decision after they chose the PNP in 1972. Yes, the battle of the soul of our nation is at stake. If your vote is not bringing about anything beneficial right about now in a third party, don't do it.
All right.
I beg you, don't do it. It's literally the equivalent, if I may say before I land quickly, it's literally the equivalent of the United States, where you have the Republicans and the Democrats. When Kamala Harris was running for president, not all, you had the Green Party on the ballot in some states. You had the Libertarians on the ballots in some states. With all due respect, the Libertarians and Greens could have voted for Kamala, but they decided not to. Democrats splitted from Kamala Harris, and as a result of that, the orange man over there won. I say this to you: do not split your vote, because if you do, you can have member of parliament, which is a choice that the party gives to you, but understand that that vote directly contributes to who gets the prime minister, the prime ministerial position in this country. Understand that. Yes? Understand that. So please do not waste your votes.
Respect.
I beg.
Tari.
Don't
Ian,
waste it.